Hello friends, today we are going to discuss about fashion design. Introduction to fashion design is the art of applying design, aesthetic clothing, construction and natural beauty to clothing and its accessories. It is influenced by culture and different trends and has varied over time and places. A fashion designer creates or may work in more than one of these areas. Fashion designers work in variety of different ways when designing their pieces and accessories such as ring, bracelet, necklace and earrings. Because of the time required to put a garment out in market, designer must anticipate changes to consumer desires. Fashion designers are responsible for creating looks for individual garments involving shape, color, fabric, trimming and more. Designers conduct research on fashion trends and interpret them for their audience. The specific designs are used by manufacturers. This is the essence of a designer's role. However, there is variation within this that is determined by the buying and merchandising approach. Fashion design is generally considered to have started in the 19th century with Charles Frederick Worth, who was the first designer to have his label swim into the garments with that created. Before the former draper set up his mansion cocher in Paris, clothing design and creation was handled by largely anonymous seamstresses and high fashion descended from that worn at royal courts. Worth's success was such that he was able to dictate to his customers what they should wear instead of following their lead as earlier dressmakers had done. The term courtier was in fact first created in order to describe him. While all articles of clothing from any time period are studied by academics as custom design, only clothing created after 1858 is considered as a fashion design. Importance of fashion design. Importance of fashion design in country. Fashion design is the strength of utilizing design and style, our customary greatness of clothing, embellishments and art in general. The significance of fashion design is affected by friendly and social degrees and has varied after some time and location. Fashion designers work in different courses and design pieces of clothing and embellishments. Some work alone or as a segment of a gathering. They attempt to satisfy customer needs for stunningly designed clothing. Considering the time needed to bring a piece of clothing onto the market, they thought to every so often image changing client tastes, fashion is continuously seen as a indispensable pieces of our life. It has been following from the bygone era as time traveled by. The fashion design changed. A long time ago, a fashion was seen as the proprietor for the posh people who party every day. Elements of fashion design. Elements of fashion design. The elements of design are the fundamental aspects of any visual design, which include shape, color, space, form, line, value, and texture. Graphic designers use the elements of design to create an image that can convey a certain mood, draw the eye in a certain direction, or evoke a number of feelings. Color. Color helps establish a mood for your composition. When light waves strike an object and reflect back to the optic nerve in a human's eye, the sensation they perceive is called color. Line. Line refers to the way that two points in space are connected, whether they are horizontal lines, diagonal lines, or vertical lines. Lines can help direct the eye toward a certain point in your composition. Value. In design, value refers to the lightness or darkness of a color. The value of a color are often visualized in a gradient which displays a series of variations on one hue arranged from the lightest to the darkest. Space. Making proper use of space can help others view your design as you intended. Shape. In its most basic form, a shape is a two-dimensional area that is surrounded by an outline. Form. Form pertains to the way that a shape or physical configuration occupies space instead of creating form through three-dimensional physical shape, designers create the appearance of form on a flat surface by using light, shadow. The appearance of objects contours negative space and the surrounding objects around the subject matter. Texture is one of the elements of design that is used to represent how an object appears or feels. Visual texture, on the other hand, refers to the imagined feel of the illustrated texture, which can create more visual interest and a heightened sensory experience.